Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a quick eye tutorial. I'm going to be doing this really fun halo eye using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Now I really love this palette. I definitely rely on it when I'm looking for more like neutral colors, not necessarily like really bold in your face, but you know, still like a nice neutral kind of like an out to dinner with the family kind of glam look. So if you want to, you know, see how I got this look, be sure to just keep on watching the video. And if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Michelle Kelly, so welcome to my video, welcome to my channel. I really hope that you enjoy this, and let's just get on into it. So for today's video, we're going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette right here. This is basically my go-to neutral palette. I'm going to be kind of trying to create like a halo eye. I'm not really that good at halo eyes, so we're just gonna try it, alright? I'm really excited because I want to use, what's the shade called? This shade right here, this shadow is called Hustle, and you can't really see it in the pan, so it always looked kind of like boring to me, but I actually swatched it the other day and it looked like it was like purpley, so I'm really excited to see how that turns out. So this is definitely going to be the color I'm using in the halo eye, so let's just get on to it. So to start off, I'm going to be priming my lids with my MAC Paint Chili paint pot right here. So right now I am setting my lids using the shadow Silk Cream from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. This is the palette I'm going to be using for the entire look. This is a Luxie 249 dual-ended brush. I'll be using this side right here to pack on my setting shadow. See, this is my first time using this brush, and I actually really like at least this side because I like to use this sort of shape right here just to pack on my lid shadows, but it's not quite rough enough. I don't know what's the word. It's soft enough where I can still use it to kind of blend the edges. So I like to usually set my lids using a shadow that's about the same color, if not a little bit lighter than my skin tone. But because I'm using a shade that's a little darker today, I like this brush because I can just kind of blur those harsh edges where I primed my lid. Using that same brush, I'm going to be dipping into the shadow right next to it. The shadow is called MFEO, and I'm just going to use it to kind of darken up the inner and outer corners of my eye. Like I said, this brush is good for using it for working on the lid, but it's also really good for kind of buffing out harsh lines. I'm going to use the other end of that brush just to really kind of blend my crease. Alright, next I'm going to take this shadow right here, Butter, and I'm going to put that on my outer corners and kind of blend that up a bit. This side of the brush is very soft. Next I'll be taking this Mikasa E320 brush, and I'm going to be dipping into this shadow right here called Pooter. I want to get just a very little bit on the brush. You want to tap off that extra, and we're also going to just work that on our inner and outer corners. You want to just like lightly pack it on. Alright, using that same brush, I'm going to very lightly dip into Roxanne, which is right here. You want to just get a tiny little bit of pigment on there. Alright, so next I'll be taking this kind of flat brush, and I'm going to be going back into the original color right here, Silk Cream, and I'm going to focus that right on the center of my lid. This area right here is where we're going to put down the concealer to actually create the halo. Alright, so for concealer, I'm going to be taking this Ipsy Aurora Pro Cover Up Concealer in shade 50. I got this in an Ipsy bag a while ago. Now I'm really only going to ever use this for my lids because this concealer is actually just a bit dark for me. I'm going to be taking this kind of really small flat brush, and I'll just be taking a tiny little bit off of the doe foot. And we're just going to kind of carve out our crease. You want to try and just focus the concealer on the middle part of your lid, doing your best to try and blend out the edges and blend downwards towards your lash line, but you want to try and keep the top part of it very precise. Alright, so I usually find that shimmer shadows work best using my finger, so I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to dip into this shadow. Let's see. I'm going to dip into this shadow right here called Hustle, and I'm going to put that right where I put the concealer. The downside to using your finger is it's not quite as precise as using a brush, so I'm really only focusing it in the middle. And then I'll be using the other end of this flat brush to really kind of try and precisely pack on this shadow. Next, I'm going to re-grab my Make Us at E320 brush. I'm going to try and focus my darker shadow, Roxanne, right where the shimmer meets the matte eyeshadow. You want to grab just a tiny little bit and just very, very lightly tap the edges. So I don't know about you guys, but I definitely think this should be a tiny bit deeper, so I'm actually going to grab this, what's this called? This is a Mica Beauty, it's just an angled shadow brush, and I'm actually going to dip into a darker shadow. I'm going to dip into Jax, which is right here, right next to Roxanne. I'm going to very, very carefully just put that on my, like my outer and inner corners. Okay, I'm liking that a lot better. I'm going to go back, I'm going to break out this Luxie 249 brush again, and I'm going to take Pooter, and I'm going to bring that along my lower lash line. We're going to try and start to smoke this out. Now when I bring shadows under my lid, I usually always bring a color I'm going to completely cover up, just so it's easier to kind of blend. So using the same brush, we're going to pick up a little bit of Roxanne, and we're going to bring that right under the lash line as well. I'm going to pick up this angled shadow brush again and grab the tiniest little bit of Jax and just focus that again on the inner and outer corners, just to bring some dimension down to our lower lash line as well. Let's see, using again the flat brush from before, I'm going to just try and bring down a tiny little bit of the shimmer. We're using the shadow is called Hustle. It's not going to show up much, but it is showing up a tiny little bit. Alright, so for liner I'm going to be using the Ciate Fierce Flicks black marker liner. I'm just going to carefully wing out the top part of my lid. I'm usually not one for these marker liners, but I actually really like this one. Alright, I'm just going to take care of my lashes off camera real quick. I added some Rimmel lipstick. This is lipstick in shade, this is the Moisture Renew lipstick in shade 705, and I've actually really been loving this. I've been wearing it like every single day all week, and I just kind of threw on some highlight, you know, kind of just finished it up. So yeah, that's kind of the look. So let me know what you think. You know, I'm not really the best at halo eyes, but you know, it's always fun to try, and it's always fun to kind of like practice new techniques, because you'll never get anywhere unless you practice. So the more you practice a certain technique, the better you'll get at it. So I really did enjoy kind of, you know, doing this little look. I really like how it came out like in the viewfinder. I was looking in the mirror and I was like, I don't really know how I like it, but I'm pretty digging it. So yeah, let me know what you thought of this video. Be sure to check out my last video. Follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Snapchat. I have a Facebook page, I have a blog, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.